All right, Reynolds, what do you talk about? You get in the elevator, you talk about the weather, right? Weather is the topic of small talk all across the world, but sometimes it leaves you with more questions than answers. And when that happens, most people turn to experts like us here at the Weather Channel and their local National Weather Service offices. So as it turns out, they get the same questions over and over again. It's almost impossible to answer some of them. Joining us now to chat about this and to talk about some of the most commonly asked questions is John DeBlock, the warning coordination meteorologist at the National Weather Service office in Birmingham. John, thanks so much for joining us and chatting this morning. So we want to know, what is the most question you get, and do they ask you what's the forecast really going to be? Like, you didn't give them all the information online? I get a lot, or just a comment more than a question, and I'm sure you have as well. When people say, what's it like to be, I am going to definitely steal that one and use it the next time. All right, what about the forecast of what's the winter going to be like? And they ask you that,
climatology at that point. So in Alabama, we say there's probably about a 20% chance of showers, temperatures in the 90s, and we're going to be pretty close to being right on that.
It's true. Climatology, works out actually as a long-range forecast. It's a pretty good tool.
That's right.
What about some of those weather folklores, like the caterpillars and the persimmons having more seeds for a colder winter? I mean, do any of those ever ring true?
Folklore.
I agree. John DeBlock, thank you so much for having some fun with us this morning and talking about this. Reynolds, I know you've had a lot of crazy questions as well. What's 50 minutes past the hour? And to set up this next segment, we want to talk about an atmospheric river. You've probably heard the term a lot this season because it's been so wet on the West Coast. Well, a lot of this rainfall has come from atmospheric rivers, and you can see it actually sticking out, this bright white ribbon that stretches all the way back to Hawaii. We call these a Pineapple Express when they take this trajectory all the way across the Pacific and now approaching the northwest coast all the way down actually into California. These atmospheric rivers bring a lot of moisture. In fact, for the West Coast, they can bring about 30 to 50% of the annual precip. They come all at once. It's a lot of moisture, either coming in rain or snow, and it can cause some big problems because it is generally an onslaught. And Jim, that's what we're worried about, with maybe the biggest one coming in this